Have you ever woken up with the intention to go for a run, only to end up hitting the snooze button over and over again? Do you wonder how some people manage to get up effortlessly and go for a run as if it were the easiest thing in the world? You're not alone. It may seem impossible when your bed is cozier than ever, but what if I told you that there are some tricks so simple, yet so powerful, that they can change your mornings forever? We're not talking about magical motivation or superhuman willpower. These are real, practical steps that anyone can use to overcome excuses and start running in the morning, no matter what. And the best part, once you know them, you won't want to go back to your old routine. Ready to transform your mornings and become the person you've always wanted to be? Let's get started. Trick 1. Prepare everything the night before. The first trick is so simple that once you try it, you'll wonder why you hadn't thought of it before. Prepare everything the night before. And when I say everything, I mean absolutely everything. Your running clothes, your shoes, your headphones, even your breakfast. Why? Because mornings are when your brain is in energy-saving mode. The fewer decisions you have to make, the easier it is to act. Imagine this. You wake up and you don't have to think about anything. You don't have to look for socks or decide what to wear. Everything is ready. You get up, you dress automatically, and before you know it, you're out the door. It's like tricking your brain so it doesn't have time to convince you to stay in bed. Because let's be honest, your mind will always look for the easiest way out. And in the morning, that easy way is staying in bed. But if everything is already prepared, if you don't have to think about it, there are no excuses. It's no longer, should I get up or not? It's everything's ready. I just have to put on my shoes and go. Oh, and here's the best part. The more you do it, the easier it gets. At first, it might seem like extra effort to prepare everything the night before, but after a few days, it becomes a habit. And when something becomes a habit, you don't think about it, you just do it. So, this small trick can have a huge impact on your routine. So, the next time you tell yourself that you don't have the time or energy to run in the morning, remember, the trick is to prepare everything before you go to sleep. Think of it this way. Every minute you invest the night before is a minute saved for you in the morning. And when you don't have to worry about those little details, you realize that going for a run is just about taking the next step. Trick 2. Make a mental agreement. This trick is simple, but powerful. Make an agreement with your mind before you go to sleep. Promise yourself that you'll only run for 10 minutes. Yes, 10 minutes. We're not talking about a marathon or an intense training session. Just 10 minutes. Why does it work? Because your mind loves excuses. It loves to blow things out of proportion, making you think that going for a run is a huge task. But when you mentally decide that you're only going to run for 10 minutes, suddenly the mountain turns into a small hill. Here's the trick. Those 10 minutes are just the starting point. Once you're outside, feeling the fresh air on your face, with your shoes hitting the pavement, something changes. That initial push that got you out of bed turns into something bigger, and before you know it, those 10 minutes turn into 20, 30, or even more. But the magic is in taking off the pressure. You're not committing to a long run, just to moving your body for 10 minutes. It's like tricking your brain. Because the truth is, 90% of the time, once you start, you don't want to stop. So, make a deal with yourself. 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. And if after those 10 minutes you really want to stop, then stop. But I can guarantee that most of the time, you'll keep going. Remember, the trick here isn't to win a marathon every morning. It's just to start. The power is in the beginning, and this mental agreement is the first step. Trick 3. Put the alarm on the other side of the room. Here comes one of the most effective tricks, but also one of the most underestimated. Put the alarm on the other side of the room. Yes, as far away as possible. Why? Because if you leave it next to your bed, the easiest thing in the world is to turn it off and go back to sleep. We've all been there. But if it's on the other side of the room, you have to get up. And once you're on your feet, you've already won half the battle. This little trick has some psychology behind it. The simple act of physically getting up, of leaving the sheets, activates your body and pulls you out of the sleepy state. You're no longer in sleep mode. You're in action mode. And here's something curious. Often, the hardest part isn't the running itself, but that first step of getting out of bed. By forcing yourself to get up to turn off the alarm, you eliminate that temptation to fall back asleep. Because once you're up, it's much easier to keep going and get dressed for your run. Oh, and here's an extra tip. Use an alarm you like. Something that motivates you instead of an annoying sound. A motivating song? A relaxing tone? Whatever inspires you to move. Make that first moment of the day something you enjoy, instead of something that makes you groan. So, try this trick tomorrow. Put the alarm far away, get up, and start your day with energy. Trick 4. Find your personal motivation. Now let's move on to the trick that will truly give you the push you need. Find your personal motivation. This trick is the key to not just running tomorrow, but running every day. Motivation comes from within, and you have to find that reason that makes you jump out of bed. Ask yourself, why do you want to run? Is it to improve your health? To have more energy during the day? Maybe to lose weight, feel better in your own skin, or beat your personal record in the next race? We all have a reason. The key is to find yours and use it as fuel. And here's the trick. It's not enough just to think about it. Visualize it. Before you go to sleep, imagine how you'll feel after that morning run. Picture yourself crossing the finish line, or seeing the progress in the mirror, or having more energy to tackle the day. That image is what pushes you to get up when the bed feels too comfortable. This trick is more powerful than you think, because it's not just about running for the sake of running. It's about connecting your run with something bigger than you, something that inspires you, motivates you, and pushes you forward. So, the next time you doubt whether to get up, think about that personal motivation. Keep that image in your mind and use it as your reason to move. Because running isn't just exercise. It's one more step towards what you really want in your life. Trick 5. Reward yourself after running. And here comes the last trick, and possibly the most fun. Reward yourself after running. That's right. Give yourself a small reward for your effort. And no, we're not talking about eating an entire cake after every run, though that sounds tempting, right? We're talking about small rewards that keep your motivation high. It could be something as simple as a delicious coffee after your run, or maybe that healthy smoothie you love, or even an extra moment of relaxation before starting your day. The key is to associate your morning run with a reward you enjoy. Why does this trick work? Because your brain loves rewards. When it knows that something pleasant is coming after the effort, it's easier to push yourself to get out of bed and put on your shoes. But don't limit yourself to just physical rewards. You can also give yourself a little mental credit. Every time you go for a run, you're building a stronger version of yourself. So, congratulate yourself for each completed run. Acknowledge your effort and the progress you're making. That sense of accomplishment is, by itself, a powerful reward. So, the next time you hesitate about going out, think about your reward. Visualize it while you run. Feel the pleasure of knowing that at the end of those kilometers, there's that small reward waiting for you. And there you have it. 5 super simple but powerful tricks to make running in the morning something inevitable in your life. Now it's your turn. Put them into practice and start transforming your mornings from tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips like these, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. That way, you won't miss any of the upcoming videos that will help you reach your best version as a runner. See you in the next video.